Hello, I'm Tim McMillian. You're watching 7's Afternoon News live from Perth. Coming up, the retirement village caught in the path of a raging bushfire as another fire threatens energy and gas plants in Perth South. Growing concerns over the latest COVID cluster in Sydney as officials make unprecedented changes to the SCG cricket test. The accident that changed a family forever. The new safety campaign sparked by that driveway tragedy. Donald Trump's been caught still trying to overturn the election results. The leaked tapes of the outgoing president's latest push. And the music industry mourns the death of a 60s legend whose song became an anthem for the Liverpool Soccer Club. Fire crews have worked through the night as fires flared in a number of Perth's outer suburbs. Fanned by strong and gusty winds, a blaze that began late yesterday forced the evacuation of hundreds of elderly residents from a retirement village in Gosnells. Amber Johnston has the details.
This burnt-out shed gives you a good idea of what locals were up against. But a few metres from here is a retirement village where close to 200 residents had to be evacuated. The fire jumped Tonkin Highway yesterday afternoon and headed straight towards the Riverside Garden village. 60km/h winds pushed the blaze right up to the fence line. That's when firefighters moved in to move the residents out as fast as they could. But that proved a difficult task, with some seniors confined to wheelchairs and walkers, or others who couldn't walk at all.
To move one or two people takes manpower. And that's, a lot of firefighters were there to do that.
As they were taken to an evacuation centre in Gosnells, the bushfire continued to burn and consume anything in its path. Eagle star Tim Kelly rushed home to find his property under threat as flames, whipped up by strong gusty winds, continued to create havoc. It turned into a long night for the 100 fire crews battling the blaze. This morning, the chaos was over, but the damage became very real. A row of homes at the Lifestyle Village were left singed and one badly burnt inside after the fire made its way through the roof.
Luckily, that one was empty, but the fire got in the roof, so that's just went straight through it.
Tonight, find out why this fire danger isn't over. And in 7 News at 6, we take a look at the threat facing Perth this week.
And firefighters are still battling an out-of-control bushfire in Kwinana's industrial area as smoke continues to billow from a rubbish tip. The blaze began in suburban Postans yesterday afternoon and has since torn through nearly 250 hectares of land, threatening the state's largest energy and gas plants and the Kwinana Motorplex.
The gusty winds at the moment, and also we have a waste transfer station that's currently on fire, which we're trying to get our handle on at the moment. So that will probably burn for at least another day or two.
Tonight in 7 News at 6, hear from the Kwinana Business Council and why they say this fire was a disaster waiting to happen. And further south, another fire emergency stretched resources. This fire in Rockingham threatened lives and homes. It took crews 2 hours to downgrade the fire. Police are now on the hunt for an arsonist. Well, the Premier's warning West Australians against interstate travel as Sydney's COVID outbreak sparks a new blame game between the states. Jessica Page has been following the developments, and Mark McGowan is right in the firing line of the New South Wales government at the moment.
That's right, Tim. The acting Premier there says he's sick of being lectured by WA and claims New South Wales is shouldering the heaviest burden by taking in more international arrivals. And that is what's being blamed for Sydney's latest outbreak after a hotel quarantine driver infected a close contact who went to a bottle shop. The BWS Baralla cluster now numbers 15, but though they've made masks mandatory, authorities in Sydney are still resisting another lockdown and haven't taken up WA's offer to help with contact tracing. Instead, acting Premier John Barilaro says Mr McGowan should pay for WA residents who quarantined there before July, a request that's been swiftly rejected.
We are taking the most per capita of any state. And indeed, the one case we had today was someone from New South Wales that we are quarantining in one of our hotels.
Mark McGowan hit the election campaign trail today, promising funding for a new police station in Forestfield. It was his first day back after a family holiday in the Kimberley. He says anyone needing a holiday should holiday at home right now, warning interstate travel remains at the mercy of further border changes. And he has a message, Tim, for travellers returning who have breached isolation rules. Hear that in the news at 6.
All right, Jess, thank you. A new safety campaign, the first of its kind in WA, is set to hit TV screens from tonight. As Emily Baker reports, it was sparked by the death of Aurora Ellis, the little Perth toddler who was killed in her family's driveway.
It was in the driveway of this Bayswater home where an accident changed a family forever. 19-month-old Aurora Ellis was playing and laughing with her big sister. Then she was gone.
You have this epiphany, I guess, like life can't get any more perfect. And little did I know, like 2 hours later, life doesn't get any more perfect. You just get broken.
Now a new television campaign, the first of its kind in WA, will be rolled out to save lives and other families from heartbreak.
We don't want parents having to suffer like other parents have, and it's a suffering that's terrible and you never recover from.
Aurora Ellis was killed almost 7 months ago. Since then, her parents, Preston and Lara, have been fighting for change, fighting for Aurora's law, for every car in Australia to be fitted with reverse sensors. Their lobbying has prompted the Road Safety Commission to look at different options and investigate how it can help. And tonight in 7 News at 6 o'clock, I'll have exclusive details about a new subsidy scheme that could soon be available to families.
2 new cases in Sydney's latest COVID cluster has prompted a new plea from health authorities. But it hasn't stopped some breaking the rules, with huge gatherings at some venues sparking outrage.
Police are fuming about a wedding held here in Fairfield at the Imperial Paradiso reception on Saturday night. Police say between 600 and 700 guests attended, placing the community at risk. A short video posted on social media shows police at the venue on Saturday night. The licensee, Steve Namo, has been slapped with a $5,000 fine. In August, he spoke about the impact COVID was having on his business.
The whole opening under COVID-19 restrictions is doable, like all the safety practices, etc. But the actual costing of the operation, it's not going to be, again, something we can cater to when there's only a 150 cap.
The police minister has no sympathy, today blasting the venue.
I cannot believe that any sound person in this state in 2021 doesn't understand what their obligations are. I'm actually quite disgusted that anybody would put their community at risk that way.
The wedding breach occurred just 10 kilometres away from the Baralla BWS, the epicentre of the latest COVID cluster. The Rooty Hill RSL is also under fire after hosting a packed Human Nature concert on Saturday night. While masks weren't yet mandatory, there were few to be seen and no evidence of social distancing. A 27-year-old woman from Cronulla has also been fined twice in 3 days while on holiday in Byron Bay for failing to self-isolate. Police say that she was a close contact of someone who tested positive for COVID and she should have been in quarantine, not by the pool.
Contact tracers in Melbourne appear to be getting on top of their Thai restaurant cluster. A huge testing push has uncovered only 3 cases. Blake Johnson reports.
It's been a powerful effort by contact tracers here to stop the spread, but also by everyday Victorians who endured, in some cases, hours in queues in the rain to get tested. Just 3 new local cases were uncovered yesterday, all linked to the Black Rock Thai restaurant cluster. It takes that specific outbreak to 24 cases. 13 were at the restaurant on the night. 10 are household contacts, 1 is a secondary contact. Already, Victorian health officials are aiming for 0 new cases by this weekend.
The rest of our active cases here in Victoria are all linked to hotel quarantine. So that's a very strong positive result for Victoria. We still have a way to go because we do want to reach for those 0 days.
And within 10 to 14 days from now, the aim is to reduce restrictions further, keeping in mind we reintroduced tougher mask rules last week and reduced private gathering numbers. 2,200 exemptions have been filed from Victorians stuck in New South Wales by the border closure. Just 175 have been processed. Extra resources are being allocated to that processing team to try to clear some of that backlog.
There are calls for an immediate nationwide lockdown in the UK, with all efforts to stop a new wave of COVID infections so far failing. Boris Johnson is holding off on more restrictions, with the Oxford vaccine about to begin rolling out. Sarah Greenouch has more.
Well, the opposition leader Keir Starmer is calling for a third national lockdown to be enforced in the next 24 hours. That is despite tens of millions of people right across England already living under the toughest Tier 4 restrictions, which is basically equivalent to a lockdown. All non-essential shops, pubs, restaurants are all closed. There's no household mixing allowed. People are working from home. And right now there is huge debate about whether kids should be returning to school this week. There are grave concerns that nothing short of a full lockdown will stop the case numbers in this country. 350,000 fresh ones recorded in the past 7 days. Hundreds of Britons are dying each day from COVID-19. And at the moment in London, 1 in every 4 people who gets a COVID test is returning a positive result. Because of all that, the Prime Minister, in his very first TV interview of the year, couldn't rule out making things tougher.
It may be that we need to do things in the next few weeks that will be tougher in many parts of the country. I'm fully reconciled to that.
We've been consistently told since the beginning of this pandemic that the only real way out is a vaccine. The UK started its vaccination program a few weeks ago with the Pfizer jab, but in the next 24 hours, for the first time outside of a clinical trial, the Oxford AstraZeneca jab will be administered to patients. At the moment, Britain has 530,000 doses ready to go. The goal here in the UK, the ambitious goal, is to deliver 2 million jabs weekly. There are concerns about whether that can happen with staff and resources, but it is the hope that if that happens, things could be somewhat better by Easter.
The rate of JobKeeper is being wound back today, just as Sydney and Melbourne battle new coronavirus clusters. Labor has called on the government to reconsider the decision, but the government is standing firm. Taylor Aiken has more.
With the rate of JobKeeper reduced further today, Labor have questioned the timing of the cut, saying that as restrictions are reimposed across certain areas of the country, government support is being withdrawn. From today, the rate of JobKeeper will be reduced from $1,200 a fortnight to $1,000 for those working more than 20 hours a week. New data from the ATO shows half of all businesses which sought JobKeeper support are still reliant on the wage subsidy program. That's despite an eligibility test being introduced. But as the coronavirus threat continues into 2021, Labor has called for the government to reconsider phasing out the program, which is due to end in March.
They want to say that the economy is doing it incredibly well, but at the same time, they say that we can make these cuts when restrictions are coming in.
Businesses that we have spoken to say while they have been expecting the reduction, they are still anxious about what the future holds as COVID clusters continue to pop up in New South Wales and Victoria. But the government have said that JobKeeper was always designed to be a temporary program.
We'll continue to monitor the economy to make sure that the supports that we're providing Australians are appropriate for the economic conditions that are before us.
So far, more than $77 billion has been paid through the JobKeeper program.
To the US now, and Donald Trump has been caught out pressuring a state official in his bid to overturn the election result. In a leaked audio tape, the president urged Georgia's Secretary of State to find enough votes to secure him victory. David Woywood reports from our US bureau.
Good afternoon. Yes, just days out from this hotly contested Senate runoff election in Georgia, the President, Donald Trump, has been caught on tape pressuring officials in that state to overturn the election result in his favour. In an hour-long phone call, Donald Trump is heard applying heat to Georgia's Secretary of State to find enough votes to flip the outcome after Joe Biden claimed victory in the hard-fought state.
I just want to find 11,780 votes, which is one more than we have.
This as the reality of America's COVID-19 emergency today hit a devastating new low. 350,000 Americans now dead from the virus, while the president debates the accuracy of the death toll data, tweeting the number of cases and deaths of the China virus is far exaggerated in the United States because of the CDC's ridiculous method of determination compared to other countries, many of whom report purposely very inaccurately and low. When in doubt, call it COVID, fake news, an astounding claim refuted by the country's top infectious diseases expert and the president's own Surgeon General.
The numbers are real, Chuck. You know, you're going to have some deviation plus or minus a bit, but the numbers are real.
From a public health perspective, I have no reason to doubt those numbers.
This as long lines continue to dog the vaccine rollout program, overwhelmed states calling for federal help to deliver doses as the rollout falls even further behind the White House's own deadline to vaccinate 20 million Americans by the end of last year.
A sporting coup for Perth, with Western Australia to host the World Transplant Games 2 years from now. It's set to attract around 3,000 athletes from more than 70 countries in April 2023. The Games are usually held every 2 years. Texas was due to host this year's Games but withdrew because of the COVID pandemic. The Transplant Games are open to those who've received hearts, lung, liver, kidney, pancreas, stem cell and bone marrow transplants. A grim new statistic for the United States in the fight against COVID. That's ahead. Plus, saved by the smoke alarm, residents escape a house fire in Trigg. And rescuers improvise the moment a man is hauled from floodwaters in a tyre.
Perth's best team, reporting to you, for you, every night. Nobody knows Perth like 7 News.
They'll try to sweet talk you.
You're a beautiful lady.
You can't sweet talk me.
They'll try to outwalk you.
Don't really go for a stroll down the motorway.
As their world's turned upside down.
Anything to get away.
Brand new.
You have to wonder what they're thinking.
Motorway Patrol. Tonight, 7:30 on 7.
Seems to be some confusion about what Atkins is and isn't. Hey, Rob, can you have fruit on Atkins? Yes, Wendy. And everyone else who still thinks Atkins is all just bacon cheeseburgers, hold the bun. Today's Atkins is all about the right mix of carbs, proteins, plenty of veggies, and yes, fruits. Some fruits, not all. Just go to Atkins.com and they'll clear everything up. And there's nothing to join or anything, and it's all free.
That's a bra that your body's supposed to fit. This is a bra that fits perfectly to your body. Introducing Ceramere, a bra so supporting and flattering, yet so comfortable, you won't even know you're wearing a bra. The secret is Ceramere's double conforming lifting straps. The lace strap is a lifting wrap, just criss and cross to be cradled in comfort and youthfully lifted. Take a look at how Ceramere fits all shapes and supports all sizes, all without underwire. Hayley has a naturally smaller chest and just wanted a little more shape. She got the look she was going for on the very first try. And this is Roxanne. She thought about getting a lift, but really didn't want the surgery. She tried the bra and is beyond thrilled with not only the lift, but the youthful look it gives her. And lastly, Whitney. Whitney has a very large chest, which has caused her back strain when not supported. When she tried on the bra, it not only gives her the support she needs, but the shape she wants.
This is the first bra that's been comfortable, soft, and still supportive.
I look great, I feel comfortable. Confidence is even more where I kind of stand up more with my posture. And the best part is that you don't feel it and you can't tell that you're wearing it.
Even though I have 2 different sized boobs, the straps that fasten in the front, the fact that they contour to who you are and how your boobs are, that is just amazing to me.
Call Global Shop Direct or go online to order Ceramia in your choice of black, white or nude for the low price on your screen. Want even more value? Upgrade your order and save with our Value 3-pack. You'll get one black, one white and one nude bra and save an amazing $70. If Ceramia isn't the most comfortable, soft bra you've ever worn, just send it back within 30 days for a full refund of the product price. Finally, a bra that fits perfectly to your body. Order Ceramia today.
In your time of need, why turn to a business when you can lean on a family? As one of the few WA-owned and operated funeral homes, we offer you a level of compassion and personal care you won't find anywhere else. Hetherington Funerals, our family caring for your family.
Thanks for celebrating Stratcare National Patio Day and raising over $260,000 for Cancer Council.
DIY this Australia Day with 72 months interest-free terms on our back patios. Terms and conditions apply.
Now, over to you, Australia.
Back to school is easy at the Athlete's Foot with formal shoes from Ascent, Alpha, Rock, Harrison and Clarks and sports shoes from Asics, Nike, New Balance and Saucony from $80. Back to school at the Athlete's Foot? Now that's fit.
You're watching 7's 4 p.m. news live from Perth. Right now, 31 degrees in the city. The full forecast is coming up soon. A home in Trigg was destroyed by fire early this morning, and the residents can thank smoke alarms for saving them. A neighbouring property was also damaged by the blaze. Cassidy Mosconi reports.
Good afternoon. I'm here on Chrysostom Street in Trigg, where a home has been destroyed by flames. Take a look at the damage behind me here. The balcony has fallen through, the windows shattered. There's not a thing inside that the flames didn't touch. The blaze sparked just after 1:30 this morning. 2 people were inside and managed to run to safety when they heard the smoke alarm go off. From there, the flames grew and grew. Their entire home was taken over by the inferno. Firefighters were quick to arrive. 20 of them battled the blaze. It took them 90 minutes to get under control and to minimise the damage to neighbouring properties. The home next door was saved, but it did sustain some damage. The side of the property is charred and the front bedroom windows are smashed. The young family sleeping inside thankfully managed to escape unharmed. Tonight in 7 News at 6 o'clock, hear what fire investigators say could have started the blaze.
Ex-tropical cyclone Imogen is impacting North Queensland, dumping 250 millimetres of rain in some parts. The powerful system brought 85 km/h winds, with more heavy rain on the way.
Ex-tropical cyclone Imogen made landfall as a Category 1 system just north of Corumba around 9 o'clock last night, kicking off this year's cyclone season. Wind gusts of more than 100 kilometres an hour were recorded. Trees were ripped from the ground and corrugated iron walls flew off buildings.
For years, we've had the false belief that cyclones don't hit Corumba, so that was proven wrong big time last night.
1,400 homes and businesses were left without power and more than 260 millimetres of rain fell at Normanton in 24 hours. Roads have been flooded, leaving communities cut off.
We're pretty much isolated every which way except to Cloncurry.
Residents are now working to clean up the mess, but say the damage could have been much worse.
If it had been a category, even a Category 2, the outcome would have been a whole lot different, and a 3 or 4 would have been catastrophic.
The cyclone's been downgraded to a tropical low, but there's still a threat of flash flooding. The focus now turns to other parts of the far north.
This system is continuing to track in an east-southeasterly direction, but we'll be continuing to pull in moisture from the far northern waters where it's really humid and really moist.
There is predictions in some areas there might be up to 300 mil of rain within 6 hours.
That severe weather warning is in place between Wudjil and Townsville. Emergency services say they're well prepared, but they're asking people to take care around floodwaters.
A 7th body has been uncovered from the rubble of a huge landslide near the capital of Norway. Multiple homes in a small village were buried under hundreds of metres of mud, with 2 children among the casualties. Rescuers are searching for survivors, hoping 3 more missing people will be found alive. And massive floods have swept through southern Peru, inundating the city of Arequipa. Rescuers using ropes and makeshift harnesses to rescue one man trapped in rising floodwaters. Roads washed away in the downpour, with panicked residents hammering away with pickaxes to free drivers stuck in their cars. Still to come this afternoon, unprecedented move, why tickets will be refunded for the Sydney Test match. Also, WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange about to learn his fates. Will he be sent to the United States? And tributes for an icon of the British music industry.
There's a body.
How can you tell?
The smell.
Nathan Fillion.
Not on the crime scene. Go.
Is the Rookie. Tonight on 7.
Moving forward after an injury can be hard. But no matter when you need us, with skill, commitment and care, from a lawyer of your choice, getting the compensation you deserve to build a better tomorrow is easier than you think. With Slater and Gordon, tomorrow starts today.
Save up to 50% off at Lazy Boy's New Year sale. Like the Taylor Power Recliner now 50% off. Or save hundreds on the Martelli Modular and $2,200 off the Arnica Suite. Celebrate savings at your nearest Lazy Boy Furniture Gallery now.
Problem with ants? Well, not anymore when you use David Gray's easy-to-use Antex granules. Antex, rapidly becoming part of Aussie culture.
Create your forever home at the Winning Appliances Summer Renovation Sale. We're celebrating all your renovations with an incredible range of offers from world-leading brands, including savings on selected Miele, AEG, Asco and Smeg. Plus amazing deals from Zip, Falcon and Neff. Hurry for a limited time only. Visit a Winning Appliances showroom or online today.
Early Settlers Big Sale is now on. Up to 30% off our comfy sofas. Up to 40% off bedroom. Buy the chairs and get the table half price. Buy one table lamp and get one free. Outdoor furniture up to 30% off. Hurry, Early Settlers Boxing Day specials now in store.
You searched a place nearby. You found a renewed love for Australia. Trivago. Compare accommodation offers nearby from the leading brands worldwide and find the right deal for you. Hotel, holiday home, family time. Trivago.
Choosing insurance, Keith, it's worth a closer look. Because if you break down, some don't offer free roadside assist for a year. Oh dear. But Amy does, with a new Amy Comprehensive Car Insurance policy. You can even track their arrival. Does your insurer offer free roadside assist for a year? Amy does.
ABC's New Year sale is now on with 40% off select rollers, Romans, Timberlook Venetians and panel blinds. 20% off sheer curtains and Windmaster blinds, plus 10% off shutters.
13, 15, ABC.
We open on an office. There's Trent. He's running. Oh, he goes for a slow-mo knee slide. Cheryl's like, OMG, has he won the lotto? He has. All 7 numbers. Oz Lotto. Yeah. Why not?
Yeah. Yes.
WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange will find out tonight if he'll be extradited from the UK to the US to face espionage charges. The Australian published secret US government logs a decade ago, revealing the extent of civilian deaths during the Iraq War by US forces. Assange's lawyers fear he'll face 175 years in prison if he's convicted. The 49-year-old spent 7 years holed up at the Ecuadorian embassy in London before being evicted and taken into custody. The pandemic has forced an unprecedented move for the third cricket test at the SCG, with all tickets already bought refunded. The pink test will now have a reduced capacity of just 25%.
Yeah, the decision was made only today to reduce the capacity of the SCG from 25% from the original 50% that had been planned with New South Wales health officials to keep the Sydney Test alive. We're told that playing the match in front of empty stands was never a real prospect for organisers, who today also announced a range of extra crowd control measures to keep the match COVID safe. They include a strong recommendation for spectators to wear masks inside the venue, and a number of Sydney COVID hotspots have been blacklisted from the ground for the test. Venues New South Wales CEO Kerry Mather announced the changes a short time ago.
When people are actually moving around the venue, they will be strongly encouraged to wear masks and then sit down once they've actually finished their purchase.
That 25% cap will be kept consistent across all parts of the SCG, both public and members areas, and those with tickets will be refunded and able to purchase new tickets in a pre-sale from 5 p.m. today. Any remaining tickets will go on sale tomorrow from midday. Acting Cricket Australia CEO Nick Hockley has also indicated that it is extremely unlikely Sydney will host back-to-back tests, with a player revolt from India threatening a Gabba boycott.
The players are very clear that in Sydney and in Brisbane, the protocols are that they'll be within our exclusive hotel and then at the grounds for training and for playing the matches.
And with the covers over the pitch behind me at the SCG, organisers have got one eye on the weather forecast, with rain forecast for day one on Thursday, threatening to throw a spanner in the works of crowd control.
Jerry and the Pacemakers frontman Jerry Marsden has died from a short illness, aged 78. His family made the sad announcement today. The leader of the English band is best known for the iconic song You'll Never Walk Alone, which became the unofficial anthem for Liverpool Football Club fans.
Walk on, walk on.
Marsden landed his first #1 hit in 1963, singing a song turned down by the Beatles. Geraldton detectives are calling on the public to help catch a man who allegedly attempted to assault a teenage girl. Noel Brunning joins us from the GWN7 News Desk with the details.
Police say the 13-year-old girl was allegedly assaulted between 11 o'clock on Friday night and 1 o'clock on Saturday morning. They believe the attack was sexually motivated when an unknown male grabbed her by the shoulders. She was able to run away and contact police. 154 Vanuatu nationals have officially finished their 14-day quarantine in Perth and will begin work with harvesting vegetables from tomorrow. The seasonal workers will be sent to farms across the state, including Gingin, Harvey, Manjimup and Narrogin. And vision has emerged of the moment 3 women caught a live barramundi believed to be more than a metre long with their bare hands in the Kimberley. The incredible catch was filmed in floodwaters at the Fitzroy River.
Wow. While most families are still in holiday mode, parents have been warned to expect a price hike when children return to school. The cost of essentials will rise by 10%, and for some, it couldn't come at a worse time.
Well, school planning may be in full swing, and this year it's been revealed parents will be slugged an extra 10% for everyday school essentials compared with last year.
Our little one here who starts prep, so it's all the big expenses up front.
The Back to School 2020 report conducted by YouGov on behalf of Big W found the average family can expect to spend $592 per child, and that is just for the essentials like uniforms, shoes, school bags and lunchboxes. When you add in extra items like tech and sporting gear, the cost can blow out to close to $1,000, and it is a cost that's weighing heavily on many families.
It's a massive burden on families, and it comes at really the worst time.
But there are ways you can reduce the stress and the cost of the back to school blitz. Money educator Vanessa Stoikov has these tips.
First one is do it online. Save yourselves the pain and the trip with your kids and shop online. The next one is do it early. And the third one, I think of all, is, split the cost. Look at what you need now and look at what you need perhaps that you could get in February.
And it is time to get the budget sorted, with the countdown now on to the start of the school year.
Up next, the town's bouncing back from droughts. Incredible pictures of a remarkable turnaround. Plus, a man on the train track. See what happened next. And a Hollywood heartthrob bringing his restaurants to Australia.
Enigma of the Dark.
The Case of the Claremont Serial Killer. The compelling new book by the West Australian's Tim Clark. Buy your copy now.
Australia. This is like nothing else on Earth.
The most epic course ever created.
The most challenging, high-flying, electrifying new show on the planet. Australia's greatest mini golfers don't stand a chance. Oh! This is Holy Moly!
Extreme family fun is here in 2021.
This seems easy enough.
Getting a loan can be complicated. Nimble makes finance faster. Get a Nimble personal loan up to $25,000 from 8.99%. Comparison rate from 10.31% per annum. Visit nimble.com.au.
What's that?
Thermostat?
You won't be needing that anymore. See, the Oodie is a hoodie, but it's bloody massive. And why is it known as Australia's favourite wearable blanket? The Oodie is machine washable, and it won't lose its softness either. We had to make the Oodie life-proof. For families, teens, and everything in between. Whether it's camping, hiking, or playing hide and seek. Order your Oodie today and get that no pants, no bra feeling all day long.
Your spare pair. Your new style of hair pair. The flying through the air pair. We could all use a second pair. At Specsavers, get 2 designer pairs for no or low out-of-pocket expense from the $199 single vision range with selected health funds.
Try and better these prices. Quality Aussie hardwood favourites, blackbutt, jarrah and spotted gum, all for $99.90 per square metre, fully installed. Aussie hardwood favourites. Try and buy better. Evergreen Flooring, Frobisher Street, Osborne Park or evergreenflooring.com.au.
New Style Shutters' hot summer sale is now on. Protect your home and family by installing New Style roller shutters. Enjoy your alfresco all year round by installing New Style outdoor blinds. Block out the heat and stay cool. Block out intruders and stay safe. Custom made in WA and backed by the New Style guarantee. With massive savings on roller shutters and outdoor blinds. For Perth's best prices, quality and service, call New Style Shutters today. It's how we roll.
Want to give your skin that radiant summer glow? Then you need Vaseline Radiant Glow Serum from Chemist Warehouse for your beauty routine. This fast-absorbing, non-greasy serum contains niacinamide and cranberry extracts. Applied twice daily, it delivers a deeply hydrating boost for moisturised, glowing skin. Vaseline Radiant Glow Serum is $4.49 from Chemist Warehouse. Live, look, feel fabulous every day at Chemist Warehouse.
Domino's $5 pizzas are incredible value. 7 awesome recipes, all made with fresh dough, vine-ripened tomato sauce, and stretchier, tastier mozzarella. $5 pizzas, no voucher required. At Domino's.
After a tough 2020, farmers and regional communities across New South Wales finally have reason to celebrate. The drought has broken, with heavy rain bringing towns and properties once on the brink of collapse back to life.
Well, we all know a lot can change in 12 months. This time last year, New South Wales was in the grips of the worst drought in living memory. Communities were just days away from running out of water. But that has all changed. The drought has officially been declared over. And tonight we bring you incredible pictures of the country's transformation. From the outback to regional centres, rain has brought life back to every corner. Our rivers have filled, crops have been bumper, our dams are spilling over.
Without water there isn't life, and we've certainly had our fill in New South Wales and we've needed it.
2020 was a gift for our farmers.
We've got beautiful, wonderful grass, it's been raining lots, and our cows are now fat and happy.
Our special report on 2020's silver lining, tonight at 6.
A near miss has been caught on camera in India. A 60-year-old man took a shortcut across the tracks as a train approached. He lost a shoe and went back to get it, while a security guard tried to alert him to the danger. The man made it onto the platform just in time. But he got a smack on the head and a telling off from the station guard for cutting it so close. Fair enough too. Remarkable drone footage has captured the devastation of the Christmas Day bombing in Nashville, Tennessee. 8 people were injured in the blast as more details have emerged about the possible motive of the man who set off the bomb.
Tonight, the first aerial images revealing the extent of the damage from the Christmas Day bombing in downtown Nashville. Roofs torn apart, buildings' faces blown off. The FBI confirming that the bomber, 63-year-old Anthony Quinn Warner, sent material to acquaintances before the blast. A law enforcement source close to the investigation tells NBC News they're aware of a thumb drive and written pages from the bomber. The FBI now asking anyone who received them to come forward.
We've heard about these letters, we've heard of his conversations and maybe some conspiracies, but we still don't really know why he chose this place and why he chose this day to commit this massive bombing.
His RV was found sitting on a popular street Christmas Day, blaring music and a warning. Before an explosion, only he was killed in the blast. Investigators are exploring several conspiracy theories as potential motives behind the bombing outside an AT&T building, including evidence the bomber believed in lizard people and a so-called reptilian conspiracy, 2 senior law enforcement officials told NBC News last week.
So for all the people that believe in conspiracy theories, oftentimes they don't have the means to execute a violent attack or are not sure how to do it.
Nashville residents are now struggling to move forward after more than 40 businesses were damaged, several beyond repair. Leor Rose's tattoo studio totally destroyed. The surveillance video capturing the moment of the blast, the destruction immeasurable.
Haven't slept in over a week. I'm constantly tired.
Tonight, as authorities search for answers, Nashville residents who lost their homes and businesses are now facing a new year and an uncertain future.
The summer school holidays are great for family time, but as they roll on, it's easy to run out of ideas to keep the kids busy. Monique Wright has spoken to the experts about the toys and tech to keep youngsters occupied over the break.
Playtime at home has been big this year, but keeping kids entertained for weeks on end can be a challenge.
With parents and children in lockdown, it's been, we could see the trends of activity toys and building sets, so that value of play, those high price points that I suppose keep the kids active and they keep them entertained.
Thankfully, there is something for every budget.
There's something for all parents, so if they want to spend a little bit less, there's still great quality products, but if they want to spend a little bit more, like a trampoline, that's, many hours of fun and lots of seasons of fun, I suppose.
2 popular trends have been building sets and more hands-on activities.
So it's not just pulling them out of the box and they're ready to play, they actually have to build something or create something and use their imagination.
The biggest sellers over the past few months for little people have been Lego Duplo, Connectix tiles, classic little Tykes cars, a toy puppy that talks back to you, and anything that features Bluey. For slightly older kids, it's all about technology.
Well, being a tech guy, of course I'm going to say buy tech toys, but the reality is there's a lot of junk out there. So parents need to be conscious and make sure that they're doing their research.
Sunrise tech expert Val Quinn says we shouldn't be afraid of letting kids play with tech.
Tech toys can be great for helping STEM development in particular. So this is for budding engineers or mathematicians or programmers or just people who love to figure out how things fit together.
Val has compiled a list of the top tech toys for kids. Number 1 is the Jimu Robot 2.
This is a great STEM learning tool, and it's a robot that your kids can learn to build as well as program using an app on iPhones.
For kids 3 to 5, Val recommends the Osmo Little Genius Starter Kit.
They can interact with the iPad and learn about letters and numbers and even create stick figures that come to life and entertain them.
When it comes to something the whole family can get involved in, Val suggests Pictionary Air.
It's actually a hilarious twist on the classic game. So basically you can make gestures in the air and you use your iPhone or other smart device's camera to track those gestures. So you can have a lot of fun seeing your creations appear on screen and help you guess.
For the older kids, he also likes the Spiro Mini.
This is actually a robot-controlled ball that you can drive around and kind of run through obstacle courses and things like that. But the thing is also, kids will learn how to program it, brushing up on their STEM skills using the app, and they can pretty much make the Spiro do what they want it to do.
And Val's final tech toy recommendation, the GME Connect.
The GME Connect is a great first phone for 8-year-olds and above. Now the thing is, it's locked down, so basically your kids can only call who you want them to and also use only the apps that are safe that you want them to.
Hollywood heartthrob Mark Wahlberg is bringing a taste of Tinseltown down under. He's set to open his famous chain of Wahlburgers across the country this year. The restaurants will be blockbuster themed and set up in theatres, part of a $50 million partnership with United Cinemas.
I met with Mark not long ago. He's a beautiful person, he's a gentleman. We got on really well.
500 local jobs will be created over the 5-year expansion. And Aussie leads in the gruelling Dakar Rally. Details in sports right after the break.
From as young as I can remember, I've been drawn to it. Bathurst. I rode with my heroes as they did things you'd think were impossible.
A scene we've never seen before.
Today, the cars may have changed, but what it takes to become a hero will never change. The supercars are back where they belong. Here on 7.
On 7.
Bring it on.
How well your kitchen performs depends what's under the hood. Unlike range hoods with mesh filters, Whisper's S-Flow baffle filtration system means grease doesn't clog, maximising extraction, minimising noise. Proudly Australian Whisper. Available in-store and online.
Australia's biggest school shoe sale is now on. Buy one pair of school shoes and get your second pair half price. We've got all the big brands like Clarks, Harrison, Rock, Colorado and Lynx. Hurry into Williams, #1 for school shoes.
The new Ford Puma doesn't need a Hollywood-level production. It doesn't need slow motion or an unrealistically good-looking couple. It doesn't need a world-renowned music track or an expensive camera or even a fancy voiceover.
Excuse me. The all-new Ford Puma, starting from only $31,490 drive away.
Each time the sun sees your skin, when the UV is 3 or above, it's doing damage beneath the surface, which can turn to skin cancer. Don't let the sun see your DNA. Defend yourself.
The Blinds Gallery's huge 50% off post-Christmas sale. Save up to 50% on indoor and outdoor blinds, curtains, shutters and awnings. Hurry, start the new year with a new look.
Call 137 127 The Blinds Gallery.
Did someone say KFC?
I don't care. I love it.
When a hard game leads to a rousing celebration, tackle pain fast with Advil Liquid 90s capsules from Chemist Warehouse. Absorbed 2 times faster than standard ibuprofen tablets, it provides relief from pain caused by headaches such as migraine headaches, dental pain and more. Right now at Chemist Warehouse, Advil Liquid 90s capsules are just $9.99. And for persistent pain, try Advil 12 Hour. Live, look, feel well at Chemist Warehouse.
Good morning, everyone.
Having you guys picked us up today.
Start your day feeling good with On 7.
You're watching 7's Afternoon News. Barra joins us now. And Barra, Aussie champion spinner, says play on.
Play on. Yeah, the GOAT says it. Hi, Timmy. Yes, Nathan Lyon. He says he sympathises with the Indian and Australian cricketers during their long stints in COVID quarantine. But the spinner is adamant the Test series should be played out in Sydney and then Brisbane. With India threatening to boycott the final test in Brisbane because of Queensland's strict COVID regulations, Lyon says player frustrations over virtual lockdown should not jeopardise the match.
I know there's a few people from both squads who have been in a bubble for close to 6 months now, but in my eyes, it's a very small sacrifice.
The Gabba game will be Lyon's 100th Test match for Australia. Sydney Sixers captain Daniel Hughes says it's only a matter of time until Josh Philippe is playing for Australia. The West Aussie starred again last night in the Sixers' 7-wicket win over the Adelaide Strikers on the Gold Coast. Philippe crushed 41 from 24 balls to claim the gold cap for the tournament's leading run scorer.
He can hit the ball 360, and when he stands still and hits the ball straight, that's when he's at his best. So it was great to see him do well, and he's having a good tournament.
The defending champions chased down their 151-run target with 2 overs to spare. And in the English Premier League, Manchester City eased to a 3-1 victory over Chelsea, despite being without 6 key personnel due to a COVID outbreak at the club. And with the title race still wide open, Leicester City had an important win, beating Newcastle 2-1.
It's a tough slog over Christmas and New Year, but if time's standing still for Steve Bruce and Newcastle, Leicester and Jamie Vardy would love to take it back 5 seasons to their miracle title win. Half a decade on, they're in contention and within striking distance of the top.
Hit with some force by James Maddison.
Aussie Toby Price is off to a brilliant start in his bid for a 3rd Dakar Rally title. The 33-year-old finished the first stage with a 23-second lead in the motorbike category, despite getting lost close to the finish line.
They took a little bit of time just to try and get back on track here, but all in all, yeah, we've tried to look after the bike. We've had no crashes.
Despite getting lost, Price is more than 18 minutes in front of his main rival, defending champion Ricky Barbeck. Now, at 6 o'clock, the Jason Roy's catch from yesterday.
Phenomenal.
They reckon the greatest in big
call,
match.
but yeah,
Jesus,
incredible,
good, wasn't it? We'll have more on that as well at 6.
Beautiful.
See you,
Thanks,
buddy.
Barra. Getting hotter this week as it goes on. I'll have your weather details right after the break.
When Perth wakes up, there's only one place to see breaking news now.
Police have just released new details.
Sunrise, live and local news, sport and weather every 30 minutes. Our team of reporters brings you news from across WA.
As it happens.
Sunrise, Perth, #1.
The series is level. And now Australia must win. And at the pink test,
That is a huge moment.
can our Aussies turn the tables on India?
Will they be up for the fight?
Then the superstars will shine in a massive Big Bash double.
That was brilliant.
It's the summer showdown to start the new year. The Pink Test and the Big Bash doubleheader starts Thursday on 7 Mate.
Save on stylish outdoor blinds with the Australian Outdoor Living Summer Sale. Now's the time to create your perfect outdoor entertainment area with incredible deals on our entire range. Choose from a wide selection of operations, colours and styles to suit any home, even smart homes with full automation available. Bring your backyard dreams to life with outdoor blinds from Australian Outdoor Living.
Broken down, eh, Keith? Oh dear. Some insurers don't offer free roadside assist for a year, but Amy does with a new Amy Comprehensive Car Insurance Policy. Does your insurer offer this? Amy does.
Hi, climb aboard, Dragon Rider.
Join a gang of unlikely friends.
Follow your heart and the truth will come to you.
On a magical quest.
Whoa!
Dragon Rider.
Try and better these prices. Jarrah $119.90 per square metre, Blackbutt $129.90 and Mary $129.90 fully installed. Aussie Solids, try and buy better. Evergreen Flooring, Frobisher Street, Osborne Park or evergreenflooring.com.au.
Here at Amart Furniture, it's the last days of our Boxing Day sale, with up to 50% off a huge range of stylish pieces. You'd better get a move on. Amart Furniture, sale ends tomorrow.
Looking for a wild way to spend your summer nights? Perth Zoo is staying up late every Saturday this January. Grab your mates or that special someone and experience the zoo during twilight. Bring a picnic or grab a bite from one of the food trucks and see the animals like you've never seen them before. Make the most of these special summer hours. Get your tickets today at perthzoo.com.au.
A different beast altogether.
70,000.
Oh!
Just think about that when I catch it.
The bigger they come, the harder they fall.
A term meaning an abundant supply is mother what?
Low, Lily, race, solid, lady.
Got the claw.
Oh no! The Chase, weekdays at 5 on 7.
This weather report brought to you by Zoo Up Late at Perth Zoo.
Good afternoon, it's Savannah here with a check of your roads. Now unfortunately we do have a truck breakdown on your Kwinana Freeway southbound before Manning Road. It is off in the left emergency lane, but drive safely. Delays as well southbound from Armidale to Russell Road, and if you're heading northbound it's busy around Erindale Road. Taking your boat out this summer? Relax knowing that your boat is covered on land and on the water with RAC Insurance. Call 13 1703 to get a quote today. More traffic tomorrow.
Now, Fuel Watch. Perth's petrol prices brought to you by Fuel Watch and 7 News.
Checking the weather now, we had a late maximum of 32 degrees just before 4 this afternoon. Looking at the national forecast, showers and a possible storm for Sydney, wet in Melbourne too, and partly cloudy in Adelaide. Back to Perth, and it's warming up again tomorrow. We're expecting a top of 35 degrees, 37 on Wednesday, 38 on Thursday, up to 40 degrees for Friday. And after a very warm night, it'll get to 39 degrees on Saturday. Then some relief, just 30 on Sunday and 31 on Monday. I'll see you with Angela and Barrett for 7 News at 6. Stay with us now for the Chase Australia.
Just fly away.
Beautiful day.
And I always knew I couldn't stay. So I had a dream that I'd just fly away.
We're engaged. It's good.
Okay, yep.
Oh, you look like you work out.
Oh, yeah.
So let's have some fun together.
Grace, as a family.
What are you saying?
I would just fly away.
You being here is going to shake things up.
That might be a good thing.
So I had a dream that I just fly away.
Just something for you to think about.
Escape into a new year with Home and Away on 7.
Hi, I'm Daisy. I'm an education support officer. I'm the middle child in a family of 15 children.
15, eh? That's the hardest working mum in show business. That is